Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the Lover's card. There is a choice. You know, there is a proposal on the table, as it were, in your life. This is the card not necessarily of romance, right? But the card of a choice that we are inspired to make. Yeah. This is the card of prophecy. This is kind of the card that says, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, and this was meant to be, and we are embracing this connection, right, with our true path, with our true self. Maybe it does involve connection with a romantic partner or a friend or a family member or, something financial, a company that you're going to work for, or, these sorts of things. But it has a practical side to it, but this is really about you accepting your purpose in life and being inspired to embrace your path. Yeah. Let's put this card into a little bit of context here. Let's see what this proposal is. Here we've got the Fool card. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got a Queen of Pentacles, a Three of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Wow. See this now, the Six of Cups is absolutely beautiful because it's a 3 plus a 3. So it's kind of like saying, my potential, my love, my abundance, my joy is finding a connection with yours. My Three of Cups plus your Three of Cups, we get the Six of Cups, right? And so it really is about finding your person, finding your people, finding a tremendous love and beauty and joy in your situation, in your environment, in the group. Maybe it's a group of one, maybe it's a group of two, or many more people, but this is about you choosing to embrace this path and having it really prove to be a very supportive path. Whatever choice this is, if you do this, it's going to be wonderful, right? It's going to be so overwhelmingly joyous, right? Because it is the right path for you. But you've got to jump in. The Fool is here saying, you can't be on the fence about it. We can't be stuck here worrying about the past. It's time to leap. Yeah. Over here, we've got the Hierophant. We've got a Ten of Pentacles. We've got a Queen of Cups and a Five of Cups. So we're worried that, there's a hesitation here. Right? I think in some ways, maybe you feel like you're not ready. Okay. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're set it down right here, and we're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right on top. Happy little Bob. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end, okay? It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction, a guess, or a hunch, right, put that down in the comments. Let's take a look around the room. Major Arcana, we've got the Lovers, the Fool, and the Hierophant. The Fool and the Lovers, right? I think you've been someone who, at some point in your life, you've sort of jumped into something, right? Once in a while without really thinking it through. And maybe it didn't really work out in the best possible way, okay? The Hierophant is saying that you've learned your lessons sometimes the hard way. The Fool jumping into a lover's situation, and the Hierophant kind of, being the lesson learned. We don't have any fire energy here. And that's odd, right? Because I feel that there is well, maybe it's a good thing, right? Because I feel that there's no anxiety. There's no need to rush into things. I feel that you have kind of a peacefulness in your heart. We got this Ace of Cups down here. There's no fire energy, so I wonder if there's no sense of urgency. There's no impatience. There's no haste. There's no impulsivity, right? What we do see with the Fool is a leaping in. But it's not a fiery, sort of active, intentional, willful, sort of assertive thing. It's almost a surrendering. It's almost just like a jumping in and letting the thing carry us away, you know? And there's also, because there's no fire, I feel like there's no internal conflict, really. You know, there's no, we're not fighting with anything. We're not struggling. There's no friction. Yeah. We do have water. Obviously, water. And the water, the joy, right? The love, the connection, the community, the pleasure, the jubilation, the satisfaction is what we're looking for, and is what we are sort of, that is what we want in life, right? But there is not so much an internal conflict, but there is awareness. There's an awareness of this Three of Swords. And the awareness of the Three of Swords is really saying that things could possibly not work out. There's always a possibility. And if you jump into something knowing full well that it might be pretty bad, then I feel like it's like you're fully informed. It's like you're giving your consent because they told you what all the risks were. And you still want to do it. Are you sure? Yeah, you are. You know full well what the risks are. Maybe this is a romantic thing. Maybe this is a business thing. I'm thinking of the business line only because we got that 10 of Pentacles in the environment. Okay? But this is our little bit of air energy. And we have our earth energy here, our earth energy here. Now, the Fool and the Lovers kind of saying, I'm ready to jump into I'm ready to fully embrace my true path. I'm ready to leap into my destiny. I'm ready to fulfill this prophecy and fully embrace my path in life. I'm ready to say yes to something. I'm ready to jump in, this is a proposal, and it could either be the best thing you've ever done in your life or the worst, right? And you're aware, Three of Swords, kind of aware that this is going to be challenging. This may lead to some really unpleasant emotions. Let's just say that. Okay, it could. That's the risk. And I think knowing that is very wise. It shows that our Fool is not an ignorant fool. It's not a naive fool. It's a very aware, very wise fool. Right? Because I think you've learned your karmic lessons from the past. And that's what the Hierophant is here to say. Yeah, you're somebody who knows. You're a person of knowledge. Okay? The Ace of Cups underneath everything is a purity of heart. You have the best of intentions here. Whether this path is leading you into love and romance, or work and career and finances, or into creativity and art and music, or whatever it is. All of these things. There's a purity in you that says no matter what happens in life, no matter how much heartbreak or how much unpleasant emotion I may experience, there's something in me that's untouchable. There is this purity of love and bliss in you that nothing can corrupt. Okay? And so, it might seem foolish to an outsider, but you're ready to jump into something else now? Like, what's the matter with you? And this is like someone who gets on a roller coaster and they just get scared out of their wits, right? And they're just trembling and they're freaking out and they're screaming, and it's the worst thing they've ever done. They get off the roller coaster and they say, I'm getting back on. And friends are like, What? You just had the craziest time on there. You're going to get back on, do it again? I mean, it's like a trope from like a cartoon or something, right? And I think it really is because of this purity in you. There is this joyful innocence about you right now where the risks, yeah, you know what they are. You've done the work. You're secure in who you are, and you're embracing your path, whatever may come of it, because you know this is the path that's meant for you. There will be ups and downs. There will be joys and sorrows. There will be pleasure and pain. But that does not deter you, right? The pleasure and pain is a natural part of life. The suffering, the real despair and heartbreak, the real depression is going to come from not living, not fulfilling your prophecy, not living your true life, your true path. Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles in the background, this is someone who is looking at the past, trying to understand. And you've done this work. You've learned your lessons, right? You've looked into your past, and you've seen the long and winding road that you've traveled to get to where you are. You've made mistakes. You've gotten back up again. You've fallen down. You've gotten back up yet again. So you're someone that really has done that work to learn those karmic lessons. And this has put you in a really, I think, a really special place in your life right now, where you're ready to embrace this path and embrace what's coming next for you. Yeah, it feels really, really good. And I think what it's going to be is, it's going to be a hit of joy and jubilation and pleasure right off the bat. Right? Immediately, it's going to feel really, really good. And we know that eventually we're going to run into an obstacle. Eventually, we're going to get a little bit of pain. Things can't feel good all the time, you know, and that's okay with you. You understand that. There's something deeper in you that goes beyond just the ups and downs of, you know, of the life. The Fool is not always a card with a sense of direction, right? And the Fool sometimes, you know, especially when we have the Fool and the Lover's card, the Fool generally just stumbles into whatever shows up in life. Whatever's there, that's what the Fool's going to do. If it's a novel experience, the Fool's going to say yes to everything. But I think that you've built up enough experience in your life that you can have this sort of childlike innocence, right? But yet fully aware of what you're doing. Yeah, you know you're taking risks. You know that you're jumping into something, you know, and people may look at it and say it's impulsive, but it's not impulsive. It's maybe spontaneous. It is maybe directed by something other than logic, which may make it look a little crazy to outsiders, but that's okay. Because you've done the work, you've earned that right to sort of let your heart guide you and to allow the spontaneous spirit, right, to just, you know, to direct you. You know, you don't need to have the rational order to things that people are going to understand. Does that make sense to you? Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment, let me know where in the world you're watching from. The Hierophant is your general energy. See, you may look like a fool from outside. Then you're just, they're being impulsive. They're just jumping into something again. They're going to get themselves in trouble. No, you have a wisdom within you that people could really learn from you. I think that people are going to start realizing that there is a method to your madness, that it may seem like foolishness outside, but there is a lot of knowledge and wisdom inside of you, you know. And this to me really feels like a holy fool. It feels like the true sage is one that may look silly to other people, you know. I can't help but think of Don Juan from the Carlos Castaneda books. Kind of a silly figure with all the histrionics of the fool, you know, but really a wise being. Yeah, you've learned your lessons well. You've been paying attention to life. Yeah, and I think that you've earned the success of what you're diving into, what you are leaping into, whatever whatever path you're embracing right now, it's going to lead to a lot of prosperity. Here's the Ten of Pentacles in your environment. It's leading you to your best life. And I think that this is the process of you living your best life. I think it's you feel like a wealthy person even when you have nothing in your pockets. Does that make sense? I think that you have a strong sense of community. I think that you have the highest hopes and wishes and dreams, but you also have kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you kind of have low expectations in a way. And I mean that in a good sense. That's a compliment. It's like you really want the very best out of everybody, and you want to encourage the best, and you have this very supportive energy around you, but you give people the freedom to make mistakes. You give yourself freedom to make mistakes. Yes, I want everything I want to be perfect. I want everybody to always do the right thing. We should all aspire to the highest summits of greatness or whatever, but I know we're all going to screw up, and that's okay. I know that we're going to offend each other sometimes, and that's okay. Right? So you have very high standards, but very low expectations. And so this really allows you to not be so deeply affected or, dare I say, traumatized by what everybody does. It doesn't mean that you're going to tolerate nonsense or tolerate anybody being inconsiderate to you, right? But you let things go very easily, especially people that you really care about, whoever your people are, your community, and the people that are closest to you. You understand that we're all fallible, that we're all trying our best, but we're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. Yeah. Really, this is just wonderful energy for you. Wonderful energy. The Ten of Pentacles, I think, is finances, but I also feel that this is a more like holistic picture, a more wholesome picture of your best life. Your pets, your plants, your people, what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, right? The Pentacles, the details of life are just the vessel for the experience itself. This is the context in which you're experiencing both pleasant and unpleasant emotions. You're experiencing pleasure and pain. In this context, all in the context of your best life. See, the good life, the best life, is not one that is devoid of any kind of pain, right? Is sometimes we have to experience the loss, we have to experience the separation so that we can experience the union. And I think that you're someone that understands that in a very real way. Now, the depth of our Queen of Cups, right? You understand that to have a real depth of experience, life has to embrace both currents of the water energy, the 5 and the 6. The 6 is all harmony and beauty and pleasure. The 5 is all disappointment and unpleasant emotions and pain and loss and all of those things that we really wish to avoid, the conflict, right, that we're seeking to reconcile. Going from a 5 to a 6 is really the bringing things back into harmony. I feel like you're somebody that you would be a good mediator or something like that, right? I feel like you're someone that can really intervene in people's lives. Like, I don't know, maybe you're like a marriage counselor or something. And the Hierophant, I think, would confirm that if you're not, you could be. I think you have a way of like bringing two people who have experienced a separation, bringing them back together, helping them to find the unity again, helping to reestablish harmony somewhere. I feel like that's your vocation. Yeah. You're someone who likes to reestablish the harmony of things, and you're very good at it. And you don't, you're not shunning one. You're not saying that the 5 of Cups is bad and that you should feel bad for being that way and you should just strive for harmony. No, I think yours is a method of acceptance. You accept the 5 of Cups feelings from yourself and from other people. And you help people to accept that and to love themselves and to appreciate that 5 of Cups state in the sort of larger process of coming back to a state of union. Yeah. So if you're not doing that kind of work now, I feel like that's something that you'd be very good at. It feels to me like it's some kind of family counseling or marriage counseling or something like that. Okay. Mystery card. What is the mystery card for you? Well, I don't know. I mean, it could be more cups, I guess. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments down below. Let's see what we have. A King of Wands, a fixed fire energy. This is an unshakable will. So we do have a little bit of fire, and I think that's a good thing. Because this does show ambition. It does show commitment. It shows that the Fool now, the Fool could be very frivolous. The Fool could be so fickle, could be jumping into this thing for now, but as soon as something better comes along, well, I'm out of here, right? That's the Fool. Because the Fool can be inconsiderate. The Fool is just sort of like a leaf, like a feather in the wind. Whichever way the wind blows, that's where the Fool goes. But now you've got this very fixed fire energy. You're able to commit to something, and you're in it for the long haul. You're not someone that's gonna bolt as soon as things get difficult. You're not someone that is going to run away as soon as something better comes along. You've got staying power. You've got longevity, commitment, an interest that is sustained over time. So this is really the perfect confirmation card, because otherwise, yeah, the Fool's kind of fickle, right? Something better comes along, it's out of there. Not with this. This is going to keep you focused on what you're doing, keeping you committed, and you're you have perseverance, you have reliability. People can trust that you're going to be there for them. Yeah. Consistency. I like this. Interesting reading. Very, very good energy for you right now. I think this is the place to be. We're going to do an extended reading anyway. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Pisces, usually Thursday and Sunday. This, I felt like you needed a confirmation, or you needed just this, you just needed something good to sort of confirm things for you right now. And this is it. This is really nice energy for you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.